We have reached day 3 of 3 of me reacting to food, and we're reacting to the top 10 greatest British foods dishes. I'm going to be extremely hungry in this video because probably a lot of this I've eaten before, and I'm probably going to be able to imagine the taste and just, oh yeah.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK,
Oh,
and today we're counting
British.
down our picks for the top 10 greatest British foods or dishes. For this list, we'll be looking at some classic staples of UK cooking. What's your favourite UK meal and your perfect pudding? Let us know
I hate that
in the
word.
comments. Number 10. Toad in the hole.
Oh,
We love our sausages in the UK, whether as part of a breakfast, slapped on a butty,
Toad in
paired
the hole
with
is
fluffy potato to
fantastic.
create the classic bangers and mash.
Oh,
One traditional
yes.
sausage dish that still survives today is the humble toad in the hole. It's not the most appetizing of names,
yeah, it's so good.
but otherwise, what's not to like about sausages baked in Yorkshire pudding batter? This simple meal is quick to make and especially tasty when paired with onion gravy. Toad in the hole began popping up in the 18th century as a way for poor families to stretch out meagre meat portions. It wasn't always made with sausage. One early recipe calls for pigeon in the hole, but nowadays it's sausage or nothing. Number 9. Haggis, neeps and tatties. A sheep's stomach stuffed with offal, onion and spices might not sound delicious, but it's actually pretty good. Haggis can sometimes be found in a full Scottish breakfast, but is most often eaten as part of the Burns night supper. Neeps and tatties, turnips and potatoes, are traditionally served alongside the haggis and washed down with a dram of whiskey. Burns night celebrates the famous Scots poet Rabbie Burns, writer of Auld Lang Syne and addressed to a haggis. The latter poem is read over the food at an annual supper, after the haggis has been piped in with great ceremony. It's possibly an acquired taste, but it's hearty fare, well suited to cold winter nights. Number 8. Steak and kidney pie.
Yes, this
They may
on
favour
the other
sweet
hand.
pies across the
Yes,
pond, but in the
please.
UK, we're all about the savoury, and the meatier the better. Apple pie and custard is worth a mention too, but honestly, we're more likely to cook up a crumble. Whether you're opting for chicken and mushroom or steak and ale, serve your pie with mash or with chips, and don't stint on the gravy. A pork pie eaten as a snack is one of life's great pleasures, but steak and kidney is the real classic. The combination of that rich, meaty filling, thick gravy, and golden brown pie crust is utterly mouthwatering, especially if the pie is homemade. Number 7.
I'm 3 entries in and I'm starving. I mean, apart from the haggis, sheep stomach, guts, yeah, no thanks. But steak and kidney pie, Antonio. If you're not from Britain, you won't understand how good this food is. Like, it is so good. It is so good. Some people will be like, Yorkshire, I can't say that word, and sausage in one with gravy. It doesn't always look the nicest, but try it. Oh my god. It is special. It is exquisite. It is like luxury. Even though it, like he said, it was originally for the poor to figure out their food more. It's so good. It tastes lovely.
Number 7. Trifle. Originating in England, the trifle has had some success as a children's party favourite, but really, it's adults who love this indulgent confection of jelly, fruit and cream. That might have something to do with the amount of booze it's acceptable to pour into these
chocolate
things.
as well. Chocolate
Although the
my
recipe
favourite.
can vary greatly, versions of this layered pudding began making cookery book appearances back in the 16th
morning? They
century.
make everything on this morning.
The trifle's glory days may be behind it, but as it's easily rustled up and always looks impressive, we doubt it'll disappear anytime soon. In fact, in 2022, a new variation on the dessert, including lemon Swiss roll, white chocolate, and amaretti biscuits, was chosen as the official platinum pudding to commemorate the Queen's Jubilee.
That sounds
Number
so
6,
good.
shepherd's pie and cottage pie. When it comes to the nation's favourite pies, some of our most beloved are not really pies at all. Shepherd's pie and cottage pie are established family favourites made from mincemeat topped with mashed potato and cooked in the oven. Many of us think of the two pies as interchangeable, but supposedly shepherd's pie uses lamb, hence the name, while cottage is traditionally made with beef mince. The British cousin of spaghetti bolognese and chili con carne, shepherd's or cottage pie has become a staple for many of us in the UK. However, there is a possibility that it actually originated in France. Number 5,
it's so good.
Sticky toffee pudding.
Oh, yes.
Compared to some of the distinguished dishes on this list, sticky toffee pudding is a bit of a newfangled invention, coming to popularity in the 1970s. The Aussies and the Kiwis call it sticky date pudding, but we can claim the recipe as our own. The modern incarnation traces back to a hotel in Cumbria, although one pub in Yorkshire claims they were serving it back in 1907. A good sticky toffee pudding consists of a light, moist sponge made with chopped dates and seasoned with nuts or spices. It's doused in toffee sauce and served with vanilla ice cream or custard. There's no British delicacy that feels more indulgent. But if you want a quick fix, you can even make it in the microwave. Number 4. Chicken tikka masala. Considered by some as our national dish. Yes, really. This mild chicken curry is Britain's favourite Indian meal, but it's not really Indian at all.
Chicken tikka
Inspired by
masala.
butter chicken, it's believed to have been invented back in the 60s by the British South Asian community. Was it the Bangladeshi migrant chefs, the British Pakistanis from Glasgow, or the Indian cook from London with the can of Campbell's soup? Whichever apocryphal tale is the true version, we can safely say that chicken tikka masala was designed to be marketed to Brits. Not too spicy and swimming in gravy, the tomato and chicken based dish is more than a tasty takeaway classic, it's multiculturalism in action.
I'm not talking about this one because I know a lot of these foods, I've tried most of these foods, and oh my god, a chicken tikka masala is so good. It is so good. There was one time though I had a really bad chicken tikka masala. This is going to sound pretty gross. If you are eating food, please don't listen to this bit. I once bought a tikka masala when I was at my father's house once and bought it back and I had it and I was eating it and I noticed there was some grey hairs in my tikka masala and I found about like 10 and I was like, Dad, I can't have this. And he's like, why? I said, like, the chef's hair is all over my face. It was like a fucking dog was molting into my food. It was disgusting. Yeah, that was like a good few good wasted. Which is a shame because I absolutely love tikka masala. Chicken tikka baguettes as well. Just stuffing a baguette with like chicken tikka and putting like some butter on the sides. Oh yes. Oh my god. It is. I can't get over how good this food is. And number 3. I have one of these nearly every week at the moment, and these are
Number 3.
Look at
full
this.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and there's nothing more satisfying than when you get the chance to do it proper. No croissants or pancakes for us. Brits traditionally break their fast with a fry-up. Your full English should typically include sausages, bacon and eggs, mushrooms, fried bread, fried or grilled tomatoes, black pudding, and maybe a hash brown or two. The Scottish add haggis, white pudding, oatcakes or tatty scones. The Welsh occasionally include cockles and lava bread, and an Ulster fry might be served with soda bread or potato cakes. Whatever part of the UK you hail from, it's widely understood that a fry-up is the food of the gods, a reliable hangover cure, and a great British institution.
Oh, it is
Number
perfect.
2, a Sunday roast.
Oh, yeah.
Talking of British institutions, let's
We had
take a
one of these
minute to
yesterday.
celebrate the traditional Sunday roast. Many households still sit down to a roast dinner on a Sunday afternoon, and pubs do a roaring trade in carveries for Sunday lunch. The Great British Roast is basically a less fancy version of your classic Christmas dinner. Roasted meat, Yorkshire puddings, roast potatoes and veg are your basic components. Gravy and stuffing are recommended, and of course, whatever sauce goes best with your meat of choice. Whether you're tucking into chicken, lamb, or a bit of roast beef, the plates are piled high and soon scraped clean.
Oh, I'm getting excited for number 1. What could it be though? Number 1. You know what? I haven't actually seen it yet, but I think there is only one valid choice, and that's fish and chips. If it's not fish and chips, like that is like the meal of Britain. That is like the old standard of British food, fish and chips. Let's see.
Number 1, fish and chips. We've covered breakfast and Sunday dinner.
I knew
what
it.
about those evenings when you just can't be bothered to cook? What about days out by the seaside or Friday nights in front of the telly? That calls for a trip to the chippy. Our beloved fish and chip shops have been here since the 1860s, and they're everywhere you look. Battered fish deep fried in oil, hot chips served with gravy, curry sauce, or lashings of salt and vinegar. What could be more comforting? Traditionally, fish and chips were eaten on a Friday, partly due to the Catholic custom of eschewing meat on that day, but there is no bad time to indulge in this iconic combination.
Oh, it's so good.
Do you agree with our picks?
Yes.
Check out.
Maybe I put Totem the Hole a little bit higher, but Shepherd's Pie a little bit higher. Fish and chips, number 1. Sunday roast and a full English at the top 3. Fuck yeah. Oh, I put fry above slightly roasted, if I'm honest. Let me know your thoughts on these foods in the comment section down below. Do you agree with the list, or do you agree with my little modified list I made? Just then let me know, and as always, leave a like, subscribe, start a movement, and make a dream come true today. With that said, I have been BDFO18. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.